ready for our main event. That Kaiju Big Battle will be here at 11:55. And then tomorrow it will be Shiver Women Athletes making their return to IPay-per-view. Taking off the afternoon festivities here at the McAllister Auditorium, where Cuban and Melissa will be defending the Shiver Women's Championship against Mephisto. And tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, DGUSA back here at Tulane to close out the weekend. The traditional Dragon 6-man tag with different flavors as far as it goes with the tournament this year. We are very thankful to have you guys here with us this weekend. You're already going to make it back. All these events will be available on www.live.com as well as video on demand. As we get ready for our main event of the evening. Fans, it is time for our main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall. Your referee is
was almost exactly 1 year ago in East Rutherford, New Jersey, in the shadow of MetLife Stadium, the Meadowlands Convention Center to be exact, that Ricochet earned this shot at the Open the Freedom Gate Championship. He was hand-selected by Johnny Gargano to be the final member of his three-man team. The rules of that six-man matchup, very simple. Whoever won the fall had the ability to challenge for any title he wanted in the future. That challenge of Ricochet to Johnny Gargano was rebuffed by the champion. For 1 whole year, he did everything in his power to avoid wrestling Ricochet. Everything in his power to keep his hold on the Open the Freedom Gate title in any way he could, in any despicable fashion he could use to make sure that title stayed around his waist. It brought us here tonight, some 1,300 miles or so from East Rutherford, New Jersey. The McAllister Auditorium is the site. The Open the Freedom Gate title is the prize. And two of the best young wrestlers in the world will do battle for the top prize in Dragon Gate USA. The question is, does Ricochet have what it takes to do what no one has been able to do for the last 873 days? And that is be the person wearing the Open the Freedom Gate Championship but not be named Johnny Gargano.
To wait over a year to get the shot that you've earned has probably driven Ricochet nearly crazy, but now, tonight, he gets that shot. What do you think is going through his mind?
I think Ricochet's supremely confident. I think he knows that this is the opportunity he has worked his entire life for, and I think the fact that he was able to taste victory in a matchup of this magnitude recently in Japan, in winning the Open the Dream Gate title in front of a jam-packed crowd in Japan, and really shocking the world by becoming the first non-Japanese-born person to hold that title. It really has shown how far he has come. He's no longer the flashy little kid that does double moonsaults. He is a complete performer inside the ring, outside the ring. He has elevated his game on every level, but the flip side of that is so is Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano was the guy who showed up to Dragon Gate USA and opened the historic gate. That amazing night in Philadelphia when this company was first formed, and he was on the pre-show wearing a denim vest and a scrunchie and carrying a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles backpack.
Talk about coming a long way.
And these two guys, both still in their early 20s, have come so far over the past several years. Legitimate superstars in this business. Johnny Gargano is sat right in the seat you're sitting in 24 hours ago and said the difference between him and Ricochet, he will do whatever it takes to make sure he keeps that title around his waist. There is no low Johnny Gargano won't stoop to. There's no shortcut Johnny Gargano won't take. We've seen it. We saw it 1 year ago where he did the unthinkable at that time. Pulled a foreign object out of his tights, pulled out a rope, and choked Shingo into unconsciousness in the middle of the ring to make sure that he kept the Open the Freedom Gate title around his waist. The question Ricochet has to ask himself is he willing to go that far? Is he willing to do whatever it takes to beat Johnny Gargano? Clearly the fans are on his side.
Desperate times lead to desperate measures. Truth is, I believe Ricochet has more integrity to even take those type of shortcuts. He's going to go into that ring and he's going to put forth the best effort that he can to win that title fair and square in the middle of the ring. Would he take a shortcut, maybe throw a close fist punch? I'm sure he would. As far as choking the life out of the man with a rope around his throat, you're not going to see that from a man like Ricochet. Johnny Gargano, on the other hand, you've already established it. He will literally do anything. He sat here last night, just like you said. The guy, it isn't like he's going out there and acting like this is something that's below him, whether it's to break a rule, whether it's to flat out cheat, or whether it's to try to hurt or maim his opponent. It doesn't mean anything to him as long as he walks out of the ring with what he considers his title.
Yeah, and in his mind, his warped sense of what's right and what's wrong now, like, thinks that he's doing these things for the greater good. I mean, honestly, and I haven't said this to him, and I'm no clinical psychologist, I'm no psychiatrist, but in all my years of, being around some pretty unstable people, he is a textbook sociopath. And that he feels completely justified in everything he does. And man, what an exchange between these two, and they know each other so well. Hurts Donut countered, but for the better driller, oh, he was that close! He was that close to winning the title, and Johnny Gargano knows it. Look at the look on Gargano's face out on the floor. It was just that close to slipping through his fingers, and Johnny Gargano knows it. More importantly, Ricochet and everybody here in the building knows it.
Ricochet signaling that he was mere inches away from taking that title. He had it right there. I'm still in shock over that entire exchange. A counter for every counter. These guys know each other like I think they know each other better than they know themselves at this point, Lenny.
Yeah, not the first time they've squared off in singles competition. We touched on that yesterday as well. It was back at Evolve 10 at the arena in South Philadelphia. Johnny Gargano making his first defense of his Open the Freedom Gate Championship. Oh! Gargano suffered a back injury about 4 minutes into that matchup. Spent the next 22 minutes in almost blacked out, excruciating pain. Still managed to maintain his hold on the Open the Freedom Gate title. Ended that matchup with an immediate trip to the hospital, but not until after he had put Ricochet away and defended that championship. But that was a much different Johnny Gargano, and more importantly, I think for the challenger, a much different Ricochet than the one we see here tonight. Johnny Gargano, the third man to ever hold the Open the Freedom Gate title. BB Hulk, the first man to win that championship back on November 28th, 2009. Held it for 426 days. 6 successful defenses before losing it to Yamato on January the 28th, 2011. Ironically, 6 successful defenses for Yamato as well in his 289-day reign before Johnny Gargano ended all of that at BB King's in New York City. That fateful night, November 13th, 2011, 873 days ago. 21 successful title defenses for Johnny Gargano. He has beaten them all. Every man that's been put in front of him, he has defeated. And right now, though, he is caught in a submission predicament here. As Ricochet stretching. They open the Freedom Gate champ. Crucifix pin attempt here. Only 2.
Ricochet awfully methodical tonight. Well thought out game plan, executing it in the middle of the ring, in firm control of this match. The champion in all kinds of trouble, but you can never count out Gargano, especially this early in the match. Look at that! Like a well-oiled machine, Ricochet going to work doing what he does best. On what he hopes is the end of a long quest for the championship that he so very well desires.
And Gargano going downstairs to the midsection. I don't know if you want to attack the abs of Ricochet. Double handsprings. And a kip up into a drop kick. And Gargano out to the floor. Well, Ricochet puts on the brakes. Oh, but he got caught! He got caught, he showboated just a little too much. And the champ made him pay for it in a big way.
Remember when a cartwheel was pretty fancy in a wrestling match? That was considered showboating.
Triple backflips, not so much?
Not so much anymore. But he did pay the price. Not the time to be messing around. Everybody knows you're entertaining. Everybody knows you're an athlete. Johnny Gargano did not need the opening that he was just handed. But let him take control because he was given the opportunity by Ricochet.
2 count only, says Brandon Toy. The fans here clearly behind Ricochet as the champ continues to work over the challenger here for Long Dragon Twist. Steps over. He's got the arm trapped. Grapevine in the legs as well here. Pressure on multiple body parts here. Submission predicament for Ricochet. Brandon Tolley right there.
The tide of this match is obviously turned in the favor of the champion, punishing Ricochet.
Two count only. Still unable to put Ricochet away. And I think the match has really changed up since Gargano has started on the offensive. Now clearly a much better pace for the champ. As Ricochet uses his speed and his quickness. Not that Gargano doesn't have the ability to wrestle a fast-paced match. He clearly does. But I think of the two, Gargano would prefer this pace, a little bit more methodical, a little more slow and plodding, a little more high-impact offense.
Ricochet firing back. Sweeping out the legs from underneath. Look at that!
Oh, Gargano just one step ahead again.
The talent in that ring, Lenny, indescribable.
But you got to try. That's what we're here for.
I will do my best.
Brandon Tolley imploring these two men to get back inside the ring here as they do battle on the outside. Hard chop to the chest. And the challenger fires back. And that one rocked Ricochet there. Gargano with Ricochet up, face first onto the apron. And then inside the ring to beat the count comes Gargano.
I think he'd be happy to take the victory by count out as long as he leaves with that championship, because that's what Johnny and the sick kids both want, Lenny.
Well, if you ask me, Gargano's a pretty sick kid himself, but that's neither here nor there. Double knees right to the exposed abdomen of Ricochet. Gargano again taking his time here. It's a bit of a fine line for Gargano here as Ricochet trying to score with his feet, but it's Gargano avoiding him. If you're Gargano, you want to continue to wrestle this pace, but you also don't want to give your opponent too much time to recover in the corner there. Left hands by both men. Lefts and rights now by Ricochet. That one staggered the champ, European uppercut. Ducks the clothesline, back elbow. Ricochet to the ropes, Gargano follows in, nobody there. Back and forth, edge crusher. And there's the speed of Ricochet on display. Precisely what I think Gargano was trying to avoid here.
Find yourself speechless watching the action in the ring. How do you keep up? Sit back and appreciate the incredible talent in the ring.
Gargano out to the floor. Ricochet, undeterred, soars over the turnbuckles, over the ring post, to the floor, landing on his feet, sending Gargano back inside the ring. What height on the springboard lariat, hooks the leg, no. Very close.
You see the height on that springboard, Lenny. 16 feet in the air. Coming down with that huge impact.
Well, starting to try and get in Gargano's head here, talking a little bit of junk. Telling Johnny, not so tough now, are you? Gargano puts on the brakes. Ricochet does as well. Who's going to get the advantage here? It's Gargano. Sending Ricochet chest first over the top rope. Gargano slingshots to the floor. Ricochet with that one-footed drop kick, sending Gargano crashing down, and Ricochet now back inside the ring. Oh, went for the Sasuke special, but it's Gargano up on his feet with the enziguri. Slingshot DDT countered. There's the power, Ricochet. Northern Light suplex floats over. Muscles him up. Brainbuster. 2.5, says Brandon Tolley.
I'm floored by the strength of Ricochet. Dead weight. Taking Gargano up and over. Unbelievable. Gargano once again in trouble. Ricochet gaining the upper hand in this match. Shaking the cobwebs loose.
Ricochet plotting his next move here behind Gargano, who's holding on to his head. Looking for that regal plex perhaps, but a side headlock, and now some elbows by the champ. Puts a stop to that. Super kick blocked. Running shooting star press, but Gargano avoids it. Gargano escape. Ricochet rolls through. Got him. Oh, what a counter by Gargano. So close.
Thought that was it, Lenny. With Gargano, you never know. Huge sit-off powerbomb out of nowhere. Flattening Ricochet in the middle of the ring. Still has the presence of mind to kick out.
Both these guys starting to look worse for the wear here. As Gargano backs the challenger into the corner. a chop, man. You talk about all the talent we've seen this weekend so far, and we continue to see here tonight. And you see Gargano and Ricochet in the ring. Gargano just 26, Ricochet just 25 years old. The future of the pro wrestling business is certainly bright, but the future is also now.
Oh! You hear the sickening thud of the boot connecting with the skull of Gargano.
Ricochet looks to be going up top here. Gargano trying to stir to his feet. Hard kick from Ricochet knocks Gargano back to the middle of the ring. Shooting star press, lands on his feet, and then gets turned inside out. Roll dart. Cover. Only two. Fans continuing to get on Gargano here. And we got to wonder if at some point it's going to start to get under his skin. Right now, still seems to have great focus. But sooner or later, does that frustration kick in? As he contemplates what's next for Ricochet here. Oh, the southpaw connects with a hard left. Oh, just spat on Ricochet. Says he's all hard. He may be all hard, but he's no respect. An impact on those strikes. Ricochet puts on the brakes, boot to the gut. Overhead kick. Left hand. Super kick. Super kick. Back flip. Super kick. Big knee, both men are down. What a display being put on here in our main event. The champion doing everything he can to keep his title. The challenger, everything he can to wrest it away. And then it is the challenger up first. And heading to the outside with the champ.
The fans might not like Gargano, but he's obviously earned their respect. Fans giving a standing ovation to both competitors just moments ago. Sitting back in hushed silence with anticipation of what's to come next.
Oh my God! Ricochet trying to cave in the chest of Johnny Gargano here. Breaks the count. And right back to it. Gargano wriggles his way free. Enziguri sends Ricochet down. Tope Suicida. Caught into a Death Valley driver. On the floor. And this may have just become a much different matchup after that one devastating move out on the floor here. Rolls him in, immediately goes for the cover, hooks the legs, no. A little too much time. As Ricochet now crawling towards Gargano. As he tries to force him back to his feet here. Gargano almost dead weight in the hands of Ricochet. Uh-oh, looking for the Benadryller. Elbows from Gargano. Ricochet climbing the ropes with Gargano on his back. Whoa, precarious position to say the least here. Gargano repeated elbows, able to get off the shoulders of Ricochet. Oh, he blocks the Hurricane Rana. Only for the moment. And then he gets dumped. Hurts, don't it? Cover. Hill. Gargano escape. Shoulders out, no. Ricochet's in trouble here. Trying to get back to his feet. Gargano trying to hang on, and there's the strength again of Ricochet. But Gargano hangs on. The champion is tenacious. Brandon Tully right there. Asking Ricochet if he wants to give it up. He says no. In fact, he's to his feet again. Hoisting up the champ. And then launches him into the turnbuckles. With Gargano in the corner here. Ricochet again climbing to the top. $630! We got a new champ! Come on! The champion kicks out at the 630. What is it gonna take? Gargano face down. Ricochet back to his feet. Benadryller. He's got him up. Gargano again hanging onto the ropes. Slips out the back door. Nobody home. Big chop. Oh! Gargano pulled Brandon Tully right in front of him. The ref down. Benadryller! Benadryller, it's over! We got no ref though! Damn it!
He had a new champion there, Lenny. No referee. Gargano pulling the referee in between him and the charging Ricochet. Saving his championship for now.
With Gargano down on the floor, going under the ring for something. He's got the belt. Ricochet avoids it. Go for another Benadryller. this! Gargano's in disbelief. Look at his face. Oh, wait a second. Right back to the tights. It's the way he beat Shingo a year ago. That's what started all this. He's going to choke the life out of Ricochet right here. Still no referee. Ricochet coming out the back door. He's got Gargano. Oh, that leg's giving him trouble. Blocks it. Gargano escape. Referee coming too. Ricochet's in trouble. Totally right there, asking him if he wants to give it up. Gargano wrenching down. Ricochet with everything he's got, trying to make it to the ropes. Back to the center. Jackknife cradle! Jackknife cradle! No! Big boot from Gargano. Oh, he caught him! Up on the shoulders! Bennett Driller! Bennett Driller! We've got a new champ! Ricochet is atop the Dragon Gate world. The Open the Freedom Gate and Open the Dream Gate champion. And the locker room has emptied. Rich Swann, AR Fox, showing their respects. The Colony, Lindsay Dorado, what a moment. Fans here showing their respect to the new Open the Freedom Gate champ, Chuck Taylor now. Chuck Taylor eyeing Ricochet face to face with the new champ. What a moment. These two guys started together, drove up and down the roads together. And Chuck Taylor sharing in an amazing moment here in New Orleans at the McAllister Auditorium. Fans, what an amazing night this has been, capped off by perhaps the greatest Open the Freedom Gate title match in history, and Ricochet wants the mic.
It took a year, but congratulations.
I don't know if anybody remembers or not, but I know I wasn't on the very first DRAGONGATE USA show, the pre-show free or whatever the guy was going on for years and years about, but I was on the first Evolve show. And it seems like today, the journey that I've been on since that first Evolve show has been a wild, wild ride, I'll tell you what. But like I was saying yesterday, remember that wrestler that I said, to be the man, you have to beat the man? Well, it looks like I am the man. Not only am I your open the Freedom Gate champion, I'm also your open the Freedom Gate champion. And that seems like enough evidence to prove that I am the best thing going in professional wrestling today. You said it, and I'm not going to run and dodge and duck anybody. If somebody wants a shot for whatever title, I'll be right here in this ring waiting for whoever it may be. I love it, brother. You, Fox, Chucky, anybody. Like I said, I'm not going to run from anybody. I'll be here waiting. But just know that my right foot's going to be waiting for you as well. So I guess this is the part where I ask everybody, did you enjoy the show? You guys. I'm going to do that one more time. One more time. Everybody, did you enjoy the show?
Well, fans, we can't thank you enough for joining us here tonight. It has been a spectacular evening for DRAGONGATE USA, and we are not done yet. We will be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock to cap off the weekend. It's Kaiju Big Battle 11:55. It's Shimmer Women Athletes tomorrow. And fans, for Ron Nemi, I'm Lenny Leonard. The era of Ricochet has begun.